Welcome back to Beyond the Badge. I'm your host, Dalia Veronica. Today's guest brings a level of experience and insight that only time and true resilience can build. She's worked in some of the most challenging correctional environments and carries a depth of wisdom that can only come from living this workday after day. I'm honored to have her here today with me. Welcome, Lee.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. How are you? How have you been?
I am great. I've been doing fine. I've been doing perfectly fine. Just recently getting my foot back into the door
Okay.
to go back into law enforcement. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited what my future endeavors will hold.
Yes.
Just as I was successful as a correction officer, I know I will gain a lot of experience, a lot of information, and continue to grow from where I am now.
Okay.
So looking forward to my new adventure, a new experience, and my new role in law enforcement. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome. Well, so can you tell us just a little bit about yourself before we get started?
Yeah. So from Hampton. I have a criminal justice a degree in criminal justice, a bachelor of arts, and I have my master's of science in forensic psychology.
Congrats!
Which I recently got, so
yes,
that's exciting. Excited to be able to use my education, and my new role. So I'm excited about that. But I'm very funny. I like to joke around. I love learning new things. You learn something something new every day.
Yes.
So I'm definitely looking forward to just learning new things. I like to learn when I am in the position. Doesn't matter where I work.
Okay.
I like to learn as much information as I can about different roles and try to take in as much information and just experience so that I can take that and move forward if I decide to venture off and go and do something else. But I love being able to learn about more than one position when I work at an agency or anything like that. But yeah, I'm easygoing, outgoing, well spoken.
Yes.
I'm kind of headstrong. I'm dedicated and determined in anything I put my mind to.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, that's about it. And I'm very loving, very caring, and I'm very protective over the people I love.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a little bit about me, though.
Okay. So, what originally led you into corrections?
Okay, that's a good question. Actually, if I'm being honest, I never even wanted to go into corrections, honestly. But I had a family member who was already into corrections, and when I graduated with my bachelor's degree, um, she kind of encouraged me to um, get into corrections.
Okay.
So she encouraged me to apply at her agency or whatnot, and she was just like, you don't have much experience right now, and I knew that my goal was to get to the FBI level.
Okay.
But by the time I graduated from college with my undergrad, um, I just didn't have the experience that they were looking for, so I couldn't go that route yet. But I needed either a master's degree at that time, or I needed to gain more experience within law enforcement in order for me to take that next step and get into the FBI. So, my family member, she talked to me, encouraged me, said, "Hey, why don't you come to this agency and why don't you become a correction officer and get your foot in the door, let that be your stepping stone to where you want to get to." So I was like, okay, it doesn't sound like a bad idea, but that's how I ended up getting into corrections. My family member encouraged me, and I was like, I'm just going to use this as a stepping stone, but while I'm here, I'm going to try to get as much out of it as possible, and try to get as much experience as I can while I'm here, so that I could take that and move on to the next step in my life.
Yes. And see, and not only did you have your one family member, you actually had another. So it was
Yes.
three generations, right?
Yes.
Three
Yes.
generations
Yes.
of yes. And that's just so awesome when you can be in a place of work and you have a family member there that that you get along with, that
Yeah.
that can show you the ropes.
Yeah.
If anything goes wrong, they can tell you, hey, that was not good, or hey, you did a good job.
Yes.
Unlike, people that you don't know that don't want to take that time to help you grow.
Yes.
So I think that's awesome.
Yes. And I will say, like, having family members that actually worked at the same agency with me, um, it was a way of keeping me level headed.
Okay.
Like if I ever got to that point where I'm okay, like, this is too much. I knew I could always go to them and depend on them and count on them, hey,
Yes.
to bring me back down. It's like, yeah, everything's gonna be all right, just take a
Oh,
breather. So it was good to have that
yes.
in that type of setting. So yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes. So you worked in different environments. So what's the biggest difference between where you started and where you are now?
Okay, that's a great question. Big difference from where I started versus where I am now. I'm gonna say when I started, I was more so focused on um, the policies and the procedures of the role, the correction officer role,
Okay.
and just trying to get through each day and to be able to go home and safely,
Yes.
without harm or anything like that.
Yes.
So that was mainly my main focus when I first started out. But versus where I am now, like my perspective has definitely changed a lot, and I'm very aware of a lot of my surroundings. Um, I'm very like more so open to communication.
Yes.
Like it definitely taught me communication. Communication is everything when you work in a correctional setting. Communication, respect, discipline, all that plays a factor in what I do now. And
Yes.
I know that as long as you got the communication, and this goes just not just about offenders, it goes based on like with your coworkers, with
Yes.
your command staff, like communication, respect, professionalism, that all goes a long way.
Yes, it plays a
And
big role.
yeah, it plays a huge vital role, and it taught me a lot of resilience. Like
Okay.
I've learned a lot of resilience, and that you're not going to like you're not going to always um you're not going to always have it, but as long as you get like the proper training, like I knew I wanted to be the best
Yes.
correction officer I could be, and I knew that with that was going to take a lot of training, a lot of me being open minded or whatever, and it was going to take me to be a little uncomfortable
Yeah.
for me to actually take on that role, and it just taught me really to be firm, fair, and consistent. And
At
I
all
take
times.
being firm, fair, consistent from it was drilled into me as a trainee at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
that's something I've taken and made a part of my lifestyle ever since.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
So you've played the role as the floor officer, you were the hearings officer, and you were work release, right?
Yes.
Okay. Which one of those did you like enjoy the most?
Okay. Which one did I enjoy the most? That's a great, excellent question. Actually, I I enjoyed all of them, but
Okay.
if I had to pick just
Uh
one,
huh.
like if I had to pick just one, and I had to work, I would have to say I don't know. I have to say it'll either be the disciplinary hearings position,
Okay.
hearings officer,
Okay.
or the work release and home electronic monitoring
Yes.
officer.
Yes.
Both of them was fun.
Yes.
Um, I enjoyed what I did for either one.
Yes.
Um, but I'll probably have to say. Work release and home electronic monitoring officer
That was
was
my favorite.
definitely my favorite.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
I
my
enjoyed that
favorite.
the most.
Yes,
Definitely.
because you're able to go out, you're able to go out of the building,
Yes.
go do site checks, go to
Yes.
different, environments, different locations, and to see what is going on
Yes.
at that time.
Yes.
It's just you're not stuck in one area of the building.
Yes.
So yeah, that was my absolute favorite.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I definitely enjoyed being a work release and home electronic monitoring officer. Disciplinary hearings officer, I enjoyed that a lot too. That was just a lot of paperwork.
Yes. Oh yes.
A lot of paperwork.
Yes.
But yeah, I definitely enjoyed being the work release and home electronic monitoring officer for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what has this job taught you about resilience?
About resilience, this job has taught me a lot about resilience. Um, Being able to make mistakes
Mm-hmm.
and um, make mistakes and grow from them.
Yes.
Um, there's going to be, a lot that goes on in corrections, and resilience is all about, making the mistakes, but making sure you learn from the mistakes and making
Mm-hmm.
sure you grow from the mistakes into a better correction officer. So resilience taught me, it's okay. Sometimes adversity is going to hit
Yes.
and trauma is going to hit, but it's how you get through those hard times and difficult situations that make you so resilient. And being
Absolutely.
able to, just grow from it and get a positive outlook versus focusing on the negative aspect of it.
That was great. Thank you.
You're very
Yes.
welcome.
Thank you. So, can you share a moment from early in your career that shaped the way you operate today?
Yes. So let's see. Early in my career, I would have to say, um, being very vigilant,
Mm-hmm.
being very vigilant, being very aware of what's going on around you,
Yes.
and just my perspective on a lot of a lot of circumstances that can arise in working in the correctional setting. So I'll have to say, like, so this one time I had to go. It was probably like the first time like I ever see any officer have to go hands on with an offender. And it was like at the time, when I first started, it was like maybe like 2 weeks after I started. Um, I had my sergeant at the time and other jail officers like go hands on with this offender. And at the time, being that I was still in training, I wasn't able to participate
Right.
in the hands on, going hands on with the offender because I wasn't certified yet, so I still had training at the time. So it was like, to me, it was kind of like flight or fight. And I felt myself freeze when they went hands on. And they're like, calling me, Lee, go get this, go get this, go get this person. And I'm like, I'm just stuck. I'll never forget that. I was stuck watching them go hands on with this offender. But that taught me a lot because it allowed me to grow into the strong correction officer that I became. And you tell me it's time to go hands on with an offender now, let's do it. Let's go. I'm ready. And I'm in there like ready
Yes.
to go hands on.
Yes.
Whenever anyone need me, whenever there's a call of assistance, I'm ready to go.
Yes. Remember that day when they had called an assistance call and you and I like were the first two females to respond to the unit and it was the males fighting.
Yes.
And you and I like went to go to try to de-escalate the situation while some of the male officers were
just
standing
around. And I also remember a time where we had to respond to a call in one of the housing units, and I can't remember who exactly I walked in there with. I think I walked in there with like a male officer, and I swear he went for the smaller offender, and I had to go for someone that was like 6 foot. I'm like, oh my god! But I was like, okay, we doing this.
Right,
You were with me
right.
actually. I was
Yes,
like, we about to just take him down.
right.
But yeah,
But unfortunately, we didn't have to go that far because
yeah,
the males respond more to us, less aggressively to us than they do
yes, yes,
to the
that is
male
correct.
officers.
Yes.
So we
Yeah, a
didn't
lot of
have to
male
do too much.
offenders have way more respect for the female officers
Yeah.
versus some of the male officers, for sure.
So, how do you stay mentally strong after witnessing so much?
Mentally, how do I stay mentally strong? Um, this this job can definitely take a true toll on your mental for sure. But ways that I stay mentally strong is um, having like an outlet, a great support system,
Yes.
or a buddy that you can always go to when you need to like decompress.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
gotta have, or you have to find a way to decompress,
Yes.
and that's very important. And if you got a great way to help you decompress your mental from the things you see, the things you experience,
Yes.
and things like the things you observe, or have to physically deal with. As long as you got someone or a person, like find your person
Yes.
that you can go to no matter what, that you can call in the middle of the night. Hey, I got to get this off my chest. I just got to vent. Find
Mhm.
that person that can allow you to decompress without there being any judgment, and be able to just talk to and give you any advice that may help you, move forward and to help with your mental. Because that's
Yeah.
definitely very important.
Yes,
Find your
definitely.
person that allows you to decompress
Yes.
and just get it all out. And once you get it all out, leave it there.
And what some people also don't realize is we have a great program that's called the EAP,
Oh yeah, a
So
lot of people don't know
and
about that.
they don't utilize it. They do not utilize it. And we need to, as law enforcement, correctional officers, even nursing staff, we all need to learn about the assistance
Yeah,
that we have so that we can utilize it if we don't feel like we can talk to, let's say, like one of our family members, because our family members may not understand what we go through on a
yeah,
day-to-day basis, just like we may not understand what they go through, at
on a
their,
daily
yeah,
basis. Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah,
yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you for
yeah,
sharing that and for putting it, that way. That was great. That was
yeah.
great.
And the EAP program, that's a great program.
Yes.
If you don't know about it, get with your HR director
Yes.
and just ask some questions about the EAP program. It stands for Employee Assistance Program, but that's a great program that can help you tremendously.
Yes,
It will
definitely.
help you a lot. So if you feel like you need to talk to someone, and you don't want to talk to a family member or a friend, or you don't want to talk to a coworker that's no, I don't want to talk about what I
Work.
go through or go work with the employee because they go through it as well. You could definitely reach out and just know about the resources that the
Yes,
EAP program will offer to you. It will
absolutely.
definitely help you tremendously.
Thank you for that. So, what's changed the most in corrections since you began? What do you think has changed?
It's the most. Hmm.
From when we started, right, there was no tablets.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, when we started there weren't any tablets. That's one thing that changed.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
the way commissary is distributed,
Yes.
that changed.
Yes.
Um, the way we changed how mail is distributed. That's a
Yes.
really big one.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh, the way visitation changed, like in-person
Oh,
visitation.
yeah,
So
definitely.
that changed a lot because everything's
Definitely.
done electronically now.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, I think
That,
those are the main points.
yeah.
And a lot of security features.
Mhm.
A lot of
Mhm.
security features changed as well.
Yes, as time, yeah,
Yeah.
as we grow, and there are some jails that have not caught up to the which is the new norm,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
the new uh I guess culture.
Yeah.
Some jails are still stuck in the past.
Yeah.
So,
They gotta
yeah,
catch up.
they got yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And another thing I would say that changed was when we started there wasn't a body scanner. So
Yes.
that's new.
Yes.
That's new, the body scanner. And I think when I first started, that's when they were starting to put cameras in the housing units.
Mhm.
I think when I was still in like my training,
Yes.
that's when they start utilizing,
Yep, the cameras.
implementing the security camera
Yes,
footage.
yes.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
what advice would you give to a young woman entering this field today?
Advice I give a young woman: you can do this job.
Absolutely.
You can do this job. Most most people probably think this is a male oriented job,
Mhm.
but no, you can do this job and you can do it better than a male can do this job. But I will say, have you have to have tough skin
You have
in
to.
order to do this job.
Yes,
But you can do this job and you can be successful.
definitely.
But it definitely takes having tough skin.
Yes,
You're gonna
absolutely.
have your good days, you're gonna have your bad days. But that's any job.
I was just about to
That's
touch.
any job.
Yes.
So, but just know you can do this job. You can be successful at it.
Yes.
I can't tell you how much success and just knowledge and experience I gained from working as a correction officer. And I was just like, I wanted to do my year and get out. And before I knew it, I had hit 5.5 years.
Yes.
So you can do this job. You can do this job and you can be great at it.
At it, yes.
And just remember, if this is the field you want to go in, just remember to always stay firm, fair, and consistent.
Absolutely.
Never switch up on the offenders because they will call you out on it.
Yep.
So just always remember to stay firm, fair, consistent with each offender, and you would flourish in this profession.
And it's a pretty easy career.
Yes,
It's what you make of it.
definitely,
It's exactly what you make of it.
definitely.
So, yes.
Another thing I would say, another piece of advice I can say is, this is not a job that you do for money. Yes, everyone loves making money.
Yes.
Of course. But if you're looking to make a lot of money, you're not going to do it here.
Yeah.
But this job can be very rewarding.
Yes.
In itself.
Absolutely.
And it would definitely develop you as a person outside of just being a correction officer.
Yes.
It would develop you in ways that you would have never imagined. And it's the experience that you'll take and you'll live with for the rest of your life. Like, you'll take this experience you gain as a correction officer and you will use it in your future endeavors.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. That was a great way to put it. Great way to put it.
Thank you.
So, when you reflect on your journey, what are you most proud of?
Most proud of, I have to say, my growth, my resilience. Um, but I definitely have to say my growth as a person
Person.
outside of just being a correction officer. Um, there was a lot that I, went through.
Yes.
Um, with at the job, or um, taking on school while working 12 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually switching to a 40-hour work week. So it was a lot that I endured, but it was just knowing that I knew what type of person I was, and I knew, like, my hard work, my dedication, um, my determination would take me a long way.
Yes.
So, it was, you're gonna have offenders push your buttons.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have co-workers to push your buttons. You're gonna have supervisors that push those buttons.
Yes.
But never give anyone the satisfaction of saying, you know what, I quit. I don't want to do this. So yeah, never give anyone that satisfaction of making you give up on yourself. So I would definitely say that.
Yes. Well, thank you for that. Thank you.
Oh.
So, can you think of a funny time that you had while working in the jail?
Plenty of funny times.
Yeah, yeah. We have a lot of comedians.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Trying to think. So many. I would probably have to say when when I got tased, probably.
Oh yeah, everybody.
Probably when I had to get tased. That was, yeah, that was a little nerve wracking. If I didn't have anxiety, I had anxiety before I had to get tased. But I would definitely have to say that because, yeah, I just didn't understand why one of the prongs had to go in my behind. I wasn't. I felt like my brain was cooking. I'm not gonna even lie, but it was something I wanted to do.
Yes.
It was something I wanted to endure and wanted to
Experience.
so that if it was there a time where I had to tase an offender,
Yes.
I wanted to know what it felt like to get tased, because it's easy to just go out here and, yeah, I'm gonna tase this person because they're being non-compliant,
Mm-hmm.
and not know what that feeling feels like.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I wanted to, just endure that experience of being tased so that I know not to overdo it if I ever had to get to that point of using a taser on an offender.
Absolutely.
But it was a fun time when I got it done. It wasn't fun in the process of being tased, but
afterwards,
after the fact,
yes,
it was a laughable experience.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I still have that video to the day.
I don't know
to this day.
I don't know what happened to my video. I don't know. Somebody recorded me. I thought it was you, but
I might have it.
Somebody recorded me, and then I don't know what happened to it. So
yeah,
that's what it is.
I still have that video to this day, and no, I would never post it anyway. But yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out. Yes, I really appreciate you coming out. It's women like you, your voice, your experience, your stories that just lets people know that, we are women beyond the badge. We work just as good or even better than the men. That resilience that you portray is just something that, women can see, and they can maybe say, you know what, I want to try that. I really do. So I thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. And for those of you watching, thank you for joining us. And we will see you next time on Beyond the Badge.